Hello future tech leaders, I'm Sindhuja. Based on my own experience, I know that learning the right skills can shape our future. What if I say learning was as thrilled as the tech world itself? There we go. A cloud foundation, that's exactly what you will experience. From day one, you will be immersed in the interactive sessions and expert-led courses that covers most of the widely used technologies in the zone of data science to cloud computing, which brings more light to the life of a techie. I'm so excited to help you and unlock the true potential of a technology. Well, then why to wait? Let's see what it unfolds.
So what I was saying was there are two ways of creating a lead. In fact, three ways. The first way is you can create an online customer form just like the way we have done yesterday and then publish on the customer website so that whoever clicks on that web link that you publish. Where is that web link if you go to Setup Marketing and search online customer forms? These are the forms that we have created. So this is the web link. When you create a lead generation form, a web link gets created like this and we can do that. That is the first way of doing the leads, generating the leads. Now, the second way of creating the leads is directly. You can go into lists, relationships and leads and new. You can create a lead from this form as well. This is the form that we have. So you can select your subsidiary just like the way you create your customer. We can create the lead and the lead status. You know, whenever the lead status is lead unqualified, it will be 0%. So you can change the lead qualified and then convert it into a prospect. That is one way of doing it. This is the second way. Now the third way is you can actually, create a CSV import and import all the leads. Let us say you have 50 leads to be imported within the system. So all those 50 leads with all these fields you can actually put in a CSV template. And once the CSV template is imported, you will have all the leads generated within the system. Any questions on this? 3 ways of creating the leads. That's great. So give me 1 second. So once the leads are generated, I have shown you the reports where you can see the lead report and everything. So this is the marketing report that you will be able to see after generating the marketing template and marketing emails. After you trigger that marketing emails, you will be able to see the campaign, return on investment analysis, the campaign responses. You know who has clicked on that particular campaign and how many have turned into a potential customers. All these things will be available. Lead source analysis as well. So if you get into these reports, there are various reports that you can see. If we do not have data within that report, then probably we may not be able to get it, but let us see. The reason there is no data here is because, if you remember, we were not able to verify the email address yesterday. There was this particular email address that we have put in, but unfortunately, since this is a test system, we were not able to verify what the email is. So once that email is verified, if you have a valid email address on NetSuite and then if you have a valid email address to be validated, then you will be able to create the marketing campaign along with the marketing templates. So once the marketing templates are created, you can actually put in these templates. I mean, inside the template, you have a marketing campaign that you can select, as I have shown you yesterday if you are going to the marketing templates. So once the templates are in, you will be able to see that you can select the marketing campaign within the marketing template, and you will be able to send these templates to all the customers. So once that data is available, once you have at least sent out, one particular template and one particular campaign, that is when you will have reports. I mean, the data should be there in the reports. So that is when you will be able to see. Now, this is a report that you can see, lead source and no lead source. There might be a few lead sources like websites and then advertisements, social media, customer websites. So all these things can be your lead sources, and you can actually verify where exactly have you gotten these leads from. So once you create this marketing template and once you assign the template on a marketing campaign, then you will be able to see the entire reports which are related to the marketing. Physically, we were not able to create a transaction, but this is the entire process of the marketing to return on investment. Any questions on that? Thank you. Now, once the lead is created within the system. So let us say I have a lead now. This is the lead. So once the lead is created within the system as ERAs, how does this convert to a prospect and how does this convert to a customer? So there are 3 stages of a customer. One is lead, the other one is prospect, and the other one is customer. So these are the entities. I have to call them as entities. So more or less, these are the same entities that we actually have. Give me a second. So these are the 3 stages of an entity. You have the lead, prospect, and a customer. So there are some transactions again. So there are some transactions which are called as opportunities. Sales quotation. And then the final sales order. So these 3 entities belong to the same thing. I mean, at the initial stage, these are all customers only. I mean, don't think that lead is different, prospect is different, customer is different. Lead is the first stage of the customer with a 10% chance of him converting into a prospect. So here we said there is a 10% chance. Once the lead converts into a prospect, then you will have 50% chance of him converting into a customer, and customer is, of course, will 100%. And when does this get converted? So from the lead, you can create a transaction, and that transaction is nothing but your opportunity. So once you create an opportunity against this lead, so once this lead is there in the system, I will be able to create an opportunity against this lead. So as soon as the opportunity is saved, this lead automatically gets converted to prospect. I'll show you how that works now from a prospect stage. I will be able to create a sales quotation or a sales order. So once I am creating a sales order and giving a confirmation to my suite that this particular prospect is no longer a prospect, but he is our customer. He has already taken our product. We have a sales order with so and so product, and that is the reason he is no longer a prospect, but he is a customer. So let us go now under the leads. If you go here and see that there are a couple of options. One says quotation, one says sales order. I think the opportunities are not enabled in our system. Let me see. Oh, the opportunities are already there. So quote is there, sales order is there, invoice is there. We should be able to see an opportunity here as well. Lead can create an opportunity that should be available. There you go. So this is the opportunity. You can create what is an opportunity. What is your understanding about opportunity? Can someone tell you what is an opportunity? Just give it a try. You don't have to be correct or you don't have to understand what it is. I will explain you what is an opportunity, but before I go there, I just wanted you to, make me understand what is your level of understanding of opportunity. What do you think is an opportunity? Maybe the lead is interested in our product. Wonderful. Wonderful. Exactly. Correct. So that lead, Yara's company is interested in our product. And at this stage, we will create opportunity against this lead. So this is one way of creating an opportunity. Now, the other way of creating the opportunity is transactions. Sales create opportunity. So this will take you to the same page as actually. But in this opportunity, you have to select your company manually. A company, I will have to select it here, and then only I can create an opportunity against this company. However, if I want to create an opportunity against the lead directly from here, what I can do, I can just click on this opportunity directly. So, if you see, when I clicked on opportunity, company is selected by default. Can you see this? Company is automatically defaulted and the sales rep is also carried over from the lead. So when this is a transaction, remember guys, there is a difference. List relationships and leads, prospects, customers. These are your entities. These are called your entities. So all your vendors, customers, prospects, leads, contacts, all this is your master data and they are called as entities on NetSuite. Now, under the transactions, you will have your opportunities, quotations, sales orders. So these are your transactions. So as in when you create your transactions linking with the leads, let us say you have a lead within the system and you're creating an opportunity. So that opportunity will turn your lead into a prospect. So from the prospect, I can enter a sales order. So when you enter a sales order, this particular prospect automatically becomes your customer. Any questions on that? Yes. I have one question from the leads. From the lead, when you're making them an opportunity. So we have to do manually. We have to open the lead, then convert to the opportunity manually. That's what I showed you. There are two ways of doing it. One way is this: you can go into this opportunity, create opportunities, and select your company directly over there. That is one way of doing it. The second way is from the lead under the action. If you go into the opportunity, then your company will be automatically selected here. We have to do manually whenever you want to create an opportunity. Now there is a third way of creating an opportunity as well, which is through our CSV import. Whenever we do a CSV import, then you will be able to import more than one opportunity as well. Let us say you have like 15 to 20 opportunities that you want import into the system, then you can do that where you're going to set up import. CSV records. And in that I will go into transactions first because my opportunities are transactions. And then I can see my sales orders. All these things would be available. See this opportunity. I can create an opportunity with this particular CSV import, and I can do it through a CSV import. Like, you might have like 10 or 15 opportunities to be created at a time, and you can use the CSV import. So these are the three ways of doing it. So we will see how our lead gets converted into a prospect now. Let's go back to our leads. This is our leads page. Let's open up. Agree. Yes. So I go into the opportunity I selected, and then I can select an item which he is interested in. One of the items, any one item, one quantity. Don't look at the base rate amount and everything. I will show that to you later on how our lead is getting converted. So once I save the opportunity, now I have an opportunity against my company. The sales rep assigned to that company is Shweta Dandamudi, and she will be in touch with the customer. They will let them know that there is an opportunity created. So this is the opportunity. Now, if I go back to my lead and without doing anything, we will just refresh this page. You see this? The reason why it has converted to a prospect is because there is an opportunity already created for this particular. Any questions on that? Do you have any questions for me? That's great. So if I go into the sales tab, there is something called as opportunities. So if I click on that, you will see that my opportunity is linked with this lead now. So this is the opportunity. Where is the opportunity here? I can go into this opportunity by clicking on this. If I click on this, it will take me to that same opportunity again. So one wonderful thing about NetSuite is that there is any association with the entity. Let us say there is an opportunity, there is a sales quotation, or there is a sales order directly. Then all these things that really linked over here, in the opportunities. And if you have sales quotes and sales orders, then obviously it will get linked over here. As of now, there is only opportunity. So now this opportunity, what I can do is, let's get into the actions again. So if I go into the actions, I can convert this into a sales order, or I can convert this into a sales quotation as well. There is something called a sales quote, which will be a second stage of that particular transaction. So at this stage, what I'm saying is the probability of converting this opportunity into a sales order is 20%. So I can create a sales quotation, which will be 5% again. You see this? There is 5% chance that this. Oh, using the enter item line shift to address is not an excess, is raised in a specific country. So I have created a sales quotation now. I'm saying that once I create a quotation, this particular prospect, there is a 5% chance that he might get converted to a customer directly. So there is a quotation now. Now I can go into the prospect again and let's refresh this and see if there's any change. There's no change. The reason behind that is it has not converted to a customer yet. Let's get into the sales tab. And if you see there are under transactions, you will see a quotation. So the quotation is for $29 for one item and the quotation status is open. Now from this quotation, I can convert this to sales order directly. I click on a sales order. All the information just flows in automatically. You know, I have my opportunity, I have my lead, I have the lead's address, I have the sales rep already assigned to be, the lead. All these things would actually be converted directly onto a sales order. So when we are doing the sales order, I will explain you all these fields in detail. Do not worry about the fields and all now. Today, I'm showing you how a lead gets converted to a prospect getting converted to a customer. That's it. Don't worry about all these fields that you're seeing now. So I can save this. Once the sales order is saved, this particular customer is a customer because I'm doing business with him. There is a $329 item that I'm selling to this particular customer, and the item is Dell 24-inch ultra sharp LED monitor, something 329. So if I go back to my prospect again, this is my prospect. So if I refresh this, my prospect will become a customer. So you understood the procedure. You understood how these things work. Yes. So now one other thing that I wanted to explain now. This is a complete cycle of a lead conversion, how a lead gets converted to an opportunity. So, how a lead gets converted to a prospect when created an opportunity, and from an opportunity when you put in a sales order, how we convert to a customer. Now do not think that this is the only way of doing this. These are different stages of the customer on NetSuite. You can directly create a customer. And from that customer, you can directly create a sales order. You don't have to go through all this procedure. But for customers, for businesses, if they have a requirement wherein they maintain the leads, they maintain the prospects, then they assign the sales reps and all these things. Then, only then, this procedure is followed, or else you can directly create a customer. And from that customer, you can directly create a sales order as well. Any questions on that? That's great. So I'll show you something else. Give me a second. Let's get onto the Excel sheet. So I'm saying that there is a leader. On creating let us say I put this. So when I create an opportunity for this lead, I'm saying that he would become a prospect. Correct. And when I create a sales order, this guy will become a customer. Correct. So instead of creating an opportunity, you can create a sales order directly from the lead as well. So there is a provision on NetSuite that you can create a sales quotation. You can create a sales order from the lead directly. So when you create a sales order against a lead directly, then he would not become a prospect, but he becomes a customer directly. Because we are already doing business with this guy. So he doesn't have to be a prospect anymore. You have created a sales order, so the lead has to become a customer directly. Agreed. Do you agree with me? Yes, sir. So let's test that also. Let's go to company now. And instead of creating an opportunity, what I do is I will create a sales order directly. Let us create that in a different tab so that it can be clear. Let us go to we'll go to a different tab. Looks like it doesn't open a different tab. We'll open this different tab again. So from this Karthik's company, I want to create a sales order directly rather than opportunity quotation. I don't have time for all those things. I want to create a direct sales order. So, and then let us create a. So Karthik was a lead within my system until I created the sales order. I'm not creating an opportunity. I'm not creating a quotation. Rather, I have created a sales order directly for my Karthik's company. So if I go here and refresh this, it becomes a customer directly. Correct. Understood. So this is called Salesforce automation. There is a Salesforce integration with NetSuite that it's actually working in the backend so that you know whenever you're creating an opportunity, it has to convert to a prospect. And from that prospect, it has to convert to a customer when you create a sales order. So this is how it works. And where did we enable this lead conversion? Do we remember lead conversion that we have enabled? This is where we have enabled this. If you don't enable this lead conversion, then all this is not going to work. And the online forms that we have enabled. For leads for customers, there are two forms that we have seen. One is to create a support case and the other one is to create a lead within the system. So this online forms that you see, this is for the leads that we get, that we generate within the system. And there is another online form within the support system as well. So in the support, there is an online form which can be enabled. And that is for C. This is the Salesforce automation that I was talking about. You see this. Routing of incoming leads to the sales reps and convert leads and prospects into customers, which means the rules that we spoke about. I have created one rule, sales rule, and I have created a sales territory based on one of the state, California. We have assigned this year Russ lead to one of the sales representative. How did that work? So that is what is your Salesforce automation, which is actually doing this. If you remember, while we were doing the enabled features and accounting preferences, I told you that we will switch back and forth. I will go back and explain what are the features that we have enabled during our processes. So this is what it is. This is the marketing automation. So marketing automation, whatever we see here under the lists marketing, you know the templates, campaigns, sales campaigns, all these things will be enabled. If you enable this marketing automation only, or else you will not have it. So for support, you have your automated case escalation. See, I have escalated one of the cases saying that it hasn't been attended for more than 2 minutes or something. If you remember, that case was escalated to the supervisor immediately. So that case escalation works only if you have this automated case escalation enabled. If you don't enable this, this will not be there. Escalation management will not be there. And finally, do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel.